Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I
go! Good morning. Welcome to Travel Day Part 2. But instead of travelling from the chilly and grey Scotland, we are travelling from here in a very beautiful Port Canaveral. It looks like it's going to be a glorious day. I did get to see a little bit of sunrise this morning coming up over the Adventure of the Seas, and I didn't even notice when I came out. We have been joined here in port by the Carnival Vista. It was just us and the Adventure this morning. I can't get over how much I'm going to miss views like this. But it is travel day to help with our sadness for leaving the cruise ship. We're doing the only thing that is left to us to do, and we're going to Walt Disney World. So we are just packing up the very last of our stateroom here, and then we are going to leave the stateroom for the final time, head on down or up. I'm not sure if we're heading down or up just yet, and we will wait for our luggage tag group to get called. We will debark the ship, go through customs, pick up our luggage, and then it's onwards to the Walt Disney World Resort. We are staying at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort because what seems more thematically accurate than going from the Caribbean to the Caribbean. I think today is going to be a hit the ground running today. I am sunscreened for the parks. I have my hat, my glasses, my running shoes, everything that I need, and we're just pretty much going to drop our bags at Bell Services and head straight to the parks because today is another very special day. May the 4th be with you. It is Star Wars Day. Through pure chance, we have once again ended up here at Walt Disney. Well, we're not here at Walt Disney World just yet, but we have ended up at Walt Disney World on May the 4th. We know we brought you that content last time, and if you haven't seen those vlogs, go back and check them out. But how often are you ever going to be at Walt Disney World with the opportunity to go to Galaxy's Edge on May the 4th? Okay, for us that's twice, but we're still going to go. So we don't have firm plans today. We've not made any dining reservations. We've not done any of that stuff. We're going to see what time the transportation gets us in at the resort. Drop our bags at Bell Services. Probably grab something to eat at the resort, I would imagine. So, yeah. And then we are just going to go and jump on that bus, and we are going to start at Hollywood Studios. Where we end up, no one knows. So it is very sad to be leaving the ship behind, but I'm very excited because we are going to Disney World.
Hello.
Are you excited to be going to Disney World today?
I am. Star Wars Day, and who knows what we're after. See if we can get some blue milk, some green milk in your case. See what's happening in the land. Maybe a wee sneaky Orcas. Probably not, but oh yeah, let's go to the Millennium Falcon.
Honestly, at any other time in my life, I would be frantically trying to get an August last minute reservation, or indeed waiting in line to see if they take any walk-ups because it is May the 4th. But I have to be honest, I've had many a cocktail on this cruise, so I think I'm going to take the day off. Unless there's something particularly exciting at Food and Wine Festival. Food and Wine Festival? I'm not going to Food and Wine Festival yet. It's Flower and Garden. It's Flower and Garden season. So there's a lot on. Lots to do. And a few very special guest stars on the second part of the vlog series too. So stay tuned. We are going to go and head off the Disney Fantasy for the last time. Everyone, welcome to the Caribbean again. Well, we are here at Caribbean Beach. Couple of important updates for you. Being the disorganised, barely functioning adults that we are, the power bank is dead, the camera is on its last legs.
As are the phones.
As are the phones. So,
It's going to be a short vlog.
there's more power in the phones than there is currently in the gimbal camera. It does, however, mean we may be switching to shaky cam later. So we'll see how that goes. But we are headed for the Skyliner and we're going to head straight to Hollywood Studios, hit the ground running. We've barely been in the resort for 5 minutes. We've dropped off our bags. We're going to head to Hollywood Studios, grab some lunch, I think. So that was important update number 1. I know that was lots of facts, but that was important update number 1. Important update number 2, the weather is glorious. And important update number 3, do you love the hat? I think this hat is the best hat of all the hats that I have brought you in these vlogs. This is going to be my new go-to hat. I've never felt more like Alan Grant in my whole life. It happens more often than you might think. Look how beautiful. And don't worry if you think we're racing through the resort here. We will of course bring a full resort tour, full room tour, all that important detail about the resort, just not right now. Just as we're strolling, I'm having a realisation, and I think I might be right about this. I think that this is a historical moment for us.
Okay.
Because I think this is the first time we have ever been to a park on arrival day
I think you're right.
at Walt Disney World.
I think you might be right.
Because typically we're flying in, and we obviously did fly in for this as well, we didn't swim, but usually we're not going on a cruise first. So normally our flight arrives anywhere between 3 PM and 6 PM, and we always have such grand plans of going to the parks on arrival day, but by the time you pick up your bags and you go through the airport shenanigans and you wait for the Magical Express and then you have dinner, and by that time you've been awake approximately 102 hours. We never make it to the parks, and I can't recall a single time where we ever actually made it. So this is a first for us. Parks on arrival day. I don't think I've ever even made it to the resort before check-in time.
No.
Ladies, gentlemen, and islanders of all ages, welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. We're flying to Disney's Hollywood Studios.
A very good friend of mine referred to this, as this being the Skyliner, as the thing on the string. You know who you are. And I think that's going to stick. I think forevermore it's going to be known as the thing on the string for me. That made me laugh so much. Okay, as much as I do like to bring you new and refreshing content, if I can, I am who I am. Also, downstairs in a cabinet, there is a whole line of merchandise for Pizza Rizzo, and if that is only prop merchandise and not real and able to be bought by me, I will be very sad.
usually 40.
I don't know why I'm always so surprised that it's hot in Central Florida, but yeah, I am taken by surprise every single time. Thankfully, we've got some blue milks. Very hot under the hat. But yeah, we're just here chilling in Galaxy's Edge with the blue milks, wandering around. We've been on Star Tours. Those were new.
There were new scenes, yes.
New scenes, yeah. You can explain the new scenes because I don't really understand all.
It was all Ahsoka based. When Ahsoka was taken off from port, we followed them through Kashyyyk. Well, she didn't go to Kashyyyk, but we did. And then we went to the planet with the purples, where she was fine.
What he said. We have power. We have power. Thankfully, shaky cam was not required after all. All devices fully charged. We have developments, we have news, we have refillable mugs with cherry Coca-Cola in them. So we're here in Building 43, Jamaica, and the Caribbean Beach Resort. Got a few things to talk about. I'm going to show you the room first. We'll show you around the room so that you can see what it's like. And then, for the second time this trip, we have this guy. If you haven't seen this before, this is the Hey Disney, which is basically the Walt Disney World Resort's version of Alexa. I don't know how I feel about this. We are an Alexa-free home in the house. I don't enjoy the idea of technology listening in, and yes, before everybody tells me in the comments, I'm aware that my mobile phone is listening at all times. Usually that's quite handy because it makes sense of me in a way that no one else can, and gets me the right adverts for the right things, so that's fine, but we haven't yet used it. I have seen some of the features on it, and immediately I know I'm going to get over my phobia of technology because it looks quite fun, so we are going to have a play about with it. Let's go and have a play about. Hey Disney, start the magic.
Hi, I'm Margaret, and I'm excited to introduce you to our in-room interactive experience, Hey Disney.
Hi, I'm the Disney Magical Companion, here to make your stay more delightful. Need more towels, or want to know when the park's open? I've got you covered. Curious about the weather? Or want to hear a joke from Mickey? My Disney pals and I can help with that too.
You bet. This is gonna be great.
You got it. First tell me if you want to select a category or answer random questions.
Select category.
Okay, you can choose movies and TV.
Hey Disney, why is this so creepy?
Ross isn't a fan of Hey Disney / Alexa. So this is our current room, and I say current room because you will notice this is not the newest, most refurbished room here at Caribbean Beach Resort. For anyone familiar with the resort, you'll know that there were some rooms refurbished, the ones that used to be the old pirate themed rooms, which are now the under the sea rooms with a Little Mermaid theme. They look very, very bright, very vibrant, very fun from the photos we've seen. and I was keeping everything crossed that we would be assigned one of those rooms, because we are in the category for those rooms, which is your 5th sleeper category. We didn't get one of those rooms, and while I am not the type of person who normally ever does this, I'm very much get what I'm given room type of person unless there's a real issue with the room. But with this, we're here for the week. I really do want to try out those rooms, so we did pop down to the front desk. We tried to use the chat function at first. The chat function was fine, but it seemed quite a long-winded process. They wanted us to fill out a form, they wanted us to send that form back to them and then wait for a phone call on our mobiles from the front desk, which seemed quite long-winded, so we just said we would visit the front desk ourselves. So we've popped down to the front desk, asked very nicely, did say we knew to be accepted, it was a long shot, but just explained that we were really excited to try out those rooms and was there anything at all available for our stay. And they said yes, so we're going to be moving rooms again. We'll stay here tonight, we'll be in here just for the one night. We're going to get a call from Bell Services later just to confirm that we still want to move, and if so, they'll schedule a time to pick up our bags. They'll take it to Bell Services and keep the bags there for us while we go out to the parks, and then similar to today, around about 3 PM our new room should be ready for us, which is going to be one of the under the sea rooms, and I'll be able to show you that one as well. So it is worth asking. I think with it, as with all interactions with cast members, be nice. They may be able to help with your request, they might not be able to help with your request. We've just gone down and explained the situation, explained that this is a lovely room, we really like the room, but we really wanted to try those under the sea rooms and wanted to know if at all possible was there anything available, and thankfully they have found one for us. So we're going to move over there tomorrow, but we'll stay in this room tonight, and that means on this trip alone we can bring you 4 different rooms to show around both the Walt Disney World Resort and Disney Cruise Line. So that's our news for this afternoon. We have dipped our toes into park life this afternoon, and we did go across to Hollywood Studios, not with any view to being there very long. It was really just popping in for some lunch, which you would have seen there was no possibility we were going anywhere else for lunch since we were in Hollywood Studios. And we had a bit of a wander around Galaxy's Edge just to see the people in their costumes and marvel at the people in the very warm costumes, given that it was 30 degrees in the shade at that point. And had a look around there, did some Star Wars stuff, rode Star Tours, and then just jumped on the Skyliner and came back to the resort. We sat around the lobby for a little bit just waiting for our room to become ready. We've picked up our refillable mugs, obviously. Which does bring me to the next new thing for this vlog series. Old but new. So if you follow me on Instagram or you've watched the vlogs before, you'll know that we were very excited about the return of the Disney dining plans. And this is our first trip, our first post-COVID trip that the dining plans have been available. So for this trip we are using the quick service dining plan. Now there is a lot of debate about the value of paying for the dining plan. They are very expensive, and it really depends on how much you can eat, whether you get value of it. With the quick service dining plan as well, it's probably a little bit more challenging to get full value from the dining plan. What we're going to be doing throughout this entire trip, we haven't started using the dining plan yet other than our refillable mugs, but what we're going to be doing for each trip, or for each meal, for each meal we are going to keep full records of what that meal would have cost us, what we would have paid out of pocket if we had got that meal and just paid for it. At the end of the trip we're going to tally it all up, we're going to run the maths, do the numbers, and we'll let you know whether financially and objectively whether that dining plan was value for us. I have a feeling I already know what the answer is likely to be on that, but we could be wrong, so that will be something we'll be running throughout the whole of the vlog. So we will talk about what we've ordered with the dining plan, what was included, anything that wasn't included, what was snack credits, what was meal credits, and as I mentioned, your refillable mugs are also included in that. So again, if you're either familiar with Walt Disney World itself, or if you're familiar with their vlogs, you'll be familiar with these little guys. my faves. What shall we do now in place of me staying in the room for the rest of the evening playing trivia on the Hey Disney in lieu of being on the cruise and playing trivia in the tube?
I'm thinking that now we have gone from the Caribbean to the Caribbean.
Yeah, that's true.
We should go to the rest of the world. We can go to Epcot. How do you feel about this?
I feel good about it. I always feel good about going to Epcot anyway. We're in Epcot. I have a very important development. I'm out of Disney jail and I can once again use mobile order from my own phone. What a time to be alive.
How long's that been?
The last 2 trips I've been in Disney jail and haven't been able to order any food on the app myself.
I had all the power.
Lost had all the ordering power. Now I'm out of Disney jail and I can order whatever I want. Very strange experience to be in Epcot, and for the first time since the very first time we came here, we don't know our way around without the walls up, this whole new section. We're actually having to check the boards and the maps to see how to get places. It's a very odd experience. you can see, it's backpack on the front o'clock. Well, what a strange and lovely day it's been. But yeah,
That's what you put it.
very strange. When you think about it, when I woke up, it's, I don't know, 4 in the morning, something like that, the first time. We were still sailing in open seas. The next time I woke up, the sun was coming up over Port Canaveral, and the Adventures of the Seas was just docked right across from us. Beautiful red skies. And then we left the ship and we've come here and we have popped into Hollywood Studios and we've been on Star Tours and we've been to Pizza Rizzo and we've been to Regal Eagle and then we've been on the Grand Fiesta tour and
The sea?
the Seas with Nemo and Friends.
Yeah, that one.
And we ended the night on Living with the Land, and then we walked out through Epcot, through International Gateway towards the Skyliner as Luminous was lighting up the sky and this big soaring soundtrack walking out, and I just thought, what a strange day. A very strange day. But as you can probably tell, exhaustion is starting to set in a little bit now. I desperately want to get in the shower and then lie down and close my eyes until first thing tomorrow morning. How are you feeling?
I don't know where I am.
Yeah, it's been
Somewhere in the Caribbean.
an update on our first experience with the Skyliner at closing time at Epcot. The queue was, as you can expect, absolutely enormous, but it did keep moving, and that's crucial, I think. But that is crucial in that kind of line, is for it to keep moving, because nothing will kill your feet faster than standing at this time of night. So it did move quite quickly, so it wasn't quite as terrifying as when we first saw the queue, and it is very relaxing being on the Skyliner with the lights off at night, which is why we're both a little bit sleepy now. I think we've been kind of lulled by the motion of the Skyliner. So we're almost at our room. We will end today's vlog here. I hope you have enjoyed this part cruise, part parks day. Tomorrow is our first full day at Walt Disney World, where we intend to be at Animal Kingdom and with a very special guest star tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you're new,
Smash that like button.
smash that like button, do all that good stuff, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.